Welcome to Heroes. Today, in the vast realm of Viking history, where longships sailed the seas and forged connections that left an indelible mark on civilizations, we embark on a journey that transcends time itself. I am your guide, your name, and together we will delve into the riveting tapestry of Viking trade networks, exploring not just the series Vikings but also its sequel, Vikings Valhalla, bringing history to life with a depth that goes beyond the screen. Imagine the North Sea winds whipping across the sails of a Viking longship as it navigates the treacherous waters from Scandinavia to the British Isles, the Mediterranean and beyond. These journeys were more than mere conquests. They were the threads weaving together the economic, cultural, and maritime intricacies of the Viking Age. As we sail through this historical odyssey, let's not just scratch the surface but dive deep into the annals of history. Viking trade was not merely about commerce. It was a dynamic bridge between cultures, fostering a rich exchange of goods, ideas, and traditions. It's this essence of Viking trade that echoes through time, connecting us to the cultural tapestry of regions touched by Viking exploration. Picture bustling marketplaces adorned with the treasures of distant lands, precious metals, exotic goods, and everyday items, all leaving an indelible mark on the economic landscape of the Viking Age. This wasn't just trade, it was a voyage for knowledge, stories, and the very fabric of human interaction. Now let's intertwine the narratives of Vikings and Vikings Valhalla to paint a more vivid picture. Vikings introduces us to Ragnar Lothbrok, a former farmer turned legendary king, whose rise to fame through raids into England is a saga of ambition, family, and triumph. His family and fellow warriors, including his brother Rollo, son Bjorn Ironside, and wives Lagertha and Aslaug, showcase the complex dynamics that shaped Viking society. Fast forward a century with Vikings Valhalla, where we meet Leif and Freydis, immigrants from Iceland pulled into the Viking campaign to conquer Great Britain. This sequel sheds light on the growing religious tensions between Christians and pagans, marking the beginning of the end of the Viking Age. The series introduces us to historical figures like Harold Hardrada and Norman King William the Conqueror, further enriching our understanding of this pivotal period. The Viking Age in Scandinavian history is generally considered to span from the earliest recorded Norse raids in 793 to the Norman conquest of England in 1066. During this period, Vikings utilized the Norwegian Sea and Baltic Sea as primary sea routes for their ventures southward. The Normans, descendants of Vikings, granted feudal overlordship in northern France, particularly in the Duchy of Normandy during the 10th century, continued to exert influence in northern Europe. Notably, two Vikings, Sweyn Forkbeard and his son Canute the Great, ascended to the throne of England in 1013 to 1014 and 1016 to 1035, respectively. Geographically, the Viking Age encompassed Scandinavian lands, modern Denmark, Norway, and Sweden, and territories under North Germanic dominance, including the Danelaw, Scandinavian York, parts of Mercia, and East Anglia. Viking navigators expanded their reach, establishing independent settlements in the Shetland, Orkney, and Faroe Islands, Iceland, Greenland, and Landsog's Meadows in Newfoundland. The Viking Rurik dynasty also gained control of Slavic and Finnic-dominated areas of Eastern Europe, annexing Kiev in 882 to form the Kievan Rus. As early as 839, Scandinavians served as mercenaries for the Byzantine Empire, with the Varangian Guard, a unit of the imperial bodyguard being predominantly composed of Scandinavians. Vikings engaged in significant trade, with archaeological evidence suggesting their presence in Baghdad and regular trading along the Volga. Important trading ports included Burka, Hedeby, Kopang, Jorvik, Staraya Ladoga, Novgorod, and Kiev. Vikings explored, raided, and settled across Europe, contributing to the formation of present-day Scandinavian countries and leaving their mark in territories such as the Faroe Islands, Iceland, Greenland, Newfoundland, the Netherlands, Germany, Normandy, Italy, Scotland, England, Wales, Ireland, the Isle of Man, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Ukraine, Russia, and Turkey. Viking trade networks during the Viking Age, Norway, Sweden, and Denmark did not exist as distinct nations. but the people in these regions shared cultural and linguistic similarities. The names of Scandinavian kings are known mainly for the later part of the Viking Age, and the transition from the Viking Age marked the beginning of their relatively brief Middle Ages. The interaction between Slavic and Viking tribes was intricate, involving conflicts, intermixing, and trading. The presence of Slavs in Scandinavia is considered more significant than previously thought.